welcome back. We're here with Erica Fischbach from the Colorado Ballet. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Yeah, absolutely. So tell us actually first, what is your job title and what do you do for the ballet?
I am the Colorado Ballet Academy principal.
Okay.
And I teach a lot in the school. I teach levels 5 through 7, and we have a pre-professional division as well. And I teach the pre-professional division. And I do a lot of the administrative work, and I've put in a program for the Youth America Grand Prix. So it's a pretty comprehensive job.
So I was going to say, it sounds like you do everything there.
Yeah.
It really does sound like you do a whole lot.
Working on performances as well, do some choreographing. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Wow. So that sounds like a lot of work though, of course.
It's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun because I'm working with kids, with dancers who are very talented and wonderful families here. So it's worth it. Yeah.
I can understand that.
How often do you put on performances at the Colorado Ballet?
Often, actually. We have opportunities for performances every first Friday. We have the academy or the company perform, and it could be new works or something that we're working on for the end of the year. For instance, we have a Coppelia performance of the full-length Coppelia at the Ellie in May that we'll be doing. Wow. It's an all-student performance with the whole academy. Actually, it's levels 5 through pre-pro, and then the lower levels will have their own performance also at the Ellie. And then our pre-professional division, they work with choreographers, and they also get to perform on Sundays at Sunday salons, as well as the first Fridays. And then we participate in the Youth America Grand Prix competition, and they perform there. So there are performance opportunities all year round for our students.
And it sounds like you're talking about students of all ages.
Yes.
What are your youngest students?
We have parent-taught classes for ages 1.5. So that's where we start.
So very young.
That's where we start, and we focus mainly on classical ballet for kids all the way through high school. But we also have adult classes and an open division, and so there are classes going on all day long. That's great. Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about I was just looking at the notes, the summer intensive program. I just saw there's 8 hours a day of dancing.
Well, yes, they do have breaks. They do have breaks, but they dance. Yeah. They dance a lot. They're working on technique, point, pas de deux, men's class, certain steps in technique we call batterie, or pirouettes, or pas de deux, which is dancing together. And so they're taking classes all day long, but they also have other classes that supplement their physical training because it's a very athletic field. And they have classes where they learn about anatomy. They have this great class, Anatomy and Clay, and they have music and dance history and headpieces, making headpieces, and nutrition and things like that. So the dancers are very busy all day long. It's a great thing for kids to do, and it's ages 11 through 19.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Well, so thinking about our school, we really try to include the arts, and we have music classes and visual arts. We do not offer dance or anything close to it.
Oh,
I actually used to teach I taught a theater class for a little while. That was the closest. But I guess I wanted to ask, what do you think, what are the benefits to learning dance and being a dancer from just like a life perspective and an education perspective?
From a life perspective, the dancers, their schedules are very busy. So even if you're in the academy and you're in the upper levels, you're there from 3 to 4 hours every night after school, and then you could be there another 5 hours on a Saturday. And our pre-professional division, they have their classes all day long, and they're in high school, but they might be studying at, doing a homeschool program or an online school program, and they dance up to 30 hours a week. So you have the life skill of the discipline, you have the physical benefit, and then you have the time management because you have to manage your homework, which this is the homework channel, and you have to manage your homework and strive to be the best dancer that you can be every day, and come in even if you're exhausted from the night before, and come in and try harder to better yourself the next day. So it's a great focus for any kid, and it's a life skill. It's an after school program, or it's an all day program, and they're going to use these skills for whatever field they go into, because it takes so much focus and discipline.
Yeah, that's really fantastic. I can definitely think of some students at my school that would probably love to get involved in dancing. So I'm going to pass the information along.
Great.
Yeah.
We'd love to have them.
Awesome. That's fantastic.
Do you do other types of dancing other than ballet?
We do. We have, we focus on classical ballet, but we supplement the ballet with jazz, modern, tap, Pilates. Yeah, so we do have other genres of dance. And our summer camps are for younger kids. So we have summer camps for ages 3 to 9. And some of those camps, you get to try a lot of different types of dancing. We're trying a new camp this year called Dance Around the World East and Dance Around the World West. So we're going to have different dancing from those hemispheres, and we also like to collaborate with other art institutions in town. So we've collaborated with the museum, with musicians, with local artists. We have a local artist who's going to work with us for a Move, Make, Create camp in the summer. So we try to broaden our dancers' view of art and stagecraft as well. So they have many avenues to go into if dance isn't their thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Or even if classical ballet is not their thing, they
Right.
have other options of.
Yes, so they can use all of that training, and they'll see everything through the world of classical dance. I mean, it's a wonderful lens to see anything that you're doing in life through.
Definitely. No, that sounds so cool.
So when you say classical ballet, like what are some of the classical shows that or performances that you put on like recently?
Well, this May, on May 27th, we'll be putting on a full-length classical ballet called Costello, and it's a 3-act ballet, and it's very family-friendly. It's adorable, it's fun, it's uplifting, and there's a lot of dancing for all ages. So that's what the Academy is doing this year, and the company puts on classical ballets and contemporary ballets basically all year round. So, and that's another incredible aspect of Colorado Ballet, is the dancers are in the same building as the professional company, and so they're inspired by these professionals working all day long, and also the level they get to strive to be the level of those company dancers. And our pre-professional program, they have the opportunity to audition and get asked to be in the studio company, which is the first level of our professional company at Colorado Ballet.
Oh, wow.
So, and we actually have 2 dancers here who will demonstrate some steps, who just were offered positions in the studio company. So we're very excited.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Wow, that's really impressive.
Yeah.
So let's see them. Would you introduce them for us?
Yes. Well, I have Simon Costello here and Ariel McCarty. And we're in a very limited space, so we're just going to show some things that might be interesting to people watching the homework hotline. So Ariel, if you want to step forward. So Ariel's in a beautiful tutu. It's from Don Quixote, the ballet. And she's wearing pointe shoes. So advanced classical dancers, if you can see that, I don't know, you can lift your leg up, because she's going to be doing some pointe work and showing. Now normally when they wear pointe shoes like this, they're on a floor that it's a marley floor, and it's very specific to dance. And so it's not sticky, it's not slippery, it's just right. So we're not sure how this floor is. So we're gonna try it out today, and she's just gonna do some little échappé and passé and maybe a piqué arabesque for us and show, okay? These are little berets that she's doing with her feet, and you can see her beautiful port-de-bras. Good. No, let's have Simon. How about if we have Simon try some steps?
Wow.
So, dance is a very athletic art, and you can see the women their steps are oftentimes very delicate, but they have so much strength inside. It's it's hard to imagine. I mean, they're so fine, but you can see the strength that it takes to do things like that. And now Simon is going to show us a few jumps, and we're going to give him a few tries he loves to turn. So we're going to give him a few tries to show you how many pirouettes he can do. That was a double tour. Maybe do it one more time.
Okay.
There, so that's how you jump and you turn 2 times in the air, just with one plie, yeah. Here he's doing some six and entre chassis. Are we going to try our pirouettes? Okay, Simon can do more than 3, so we're going to try again. Oh, 5.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
And now we were just going to show a little bit of pas de deux work. So this is supported dancing. This is in the classical dance, and so we'll just do, you know, a pique arabesque and maybe a soutenu and a lunge. I don't know if you want to try, some lifting too. You know, normally we're dancing to music, so. It's a penché. Good. And a little bow.
Oh
That's
my
all.
goodness.
Wow.
You guys are amazing. You guys are really great. Oh my gosh. How old are you guys, by the way? Grab the mics before so that the viewers can hear you too. How old are you guys?
So I'm 19.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
Been dancing for a while.
I'm 19 as well.
And how long have you guys been dancing?
I started when I was probably 10 and a half, 11.
Really?
So 8, 9 years.
So I would have thought that you started when you were like in that 1.5
Yeah.
1.5-year-old
I'm not
class
the
that they
typical,
talk
like,
about.
I started dancing when I was 3.
Right. That was
Sorry,
you.
did you say you were?
That was me.
Oh wow! And you were 11 and 12, or
Yeah,
11,
10
12?
and a half, 11, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I had a little bit of a late start.
Wow.
Wow.
But guys generally tend to start a little bit later, maybe like
Mm-hmm.
7, 8, around there.
Makes sense. Wow. Oh my gosh, you guys impressed me so much.
Thanks.
So do you do the full day? This is all you do, right? You don't you do homeschool, is that correct?
I
Or
actually,
how
I
does that work?
graduated from high school.
Okay.
And I'm pursuing my professional career, so I'm not going to college.
Okay.
But yeah, so I'm just fully devoting my time every day
So
to reach that goal.
did you do
Wow.
high school during the day and then you came after school to practice dance, or how did you do that?
I kind of did both. I mean, we have maybe different stories, but I did regular school and tried to balance dance in that. But then I started doing more dancing, and it became hard to do homework after like dancing or doing homework in the night after like a long day.
Yeah.
It was hard. So I started doing online school
Okay.
towards junior and senior year. So I would dance all day and then do my homework at night. And then
sense.
so I graduated
Sounds
from online
exhausting.
I know. It sounds exhausting.
Yeah, I kind of did the same thing. I went to normal high school, but I had half days my senior year,
Okay.
which was so nice.
Oh, that worked.
Yeah. And then I moved here. I'm actually from Texas, and I do the whole program like Simon, but I also take a class online for college. At just a
Okay.
community college to get my basics.
Yeah.
So when I'm ready, I can go and really commit.
Oh, it makes sense. Yeah, you've got a talent. You guys both have talents. You got to
Thank
commit
you.
to
Thank
these.
you.
I mean, that's really
Appreciate it.
impressive.
Do you
Wow.
get nervous when you're up performing? I feel like there would be a lot of like nerves there.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely do, but it's like right before it turns into excitement and kind of,
Yeah.
which is nice. But yeah, it kind of just turns into like an extra boost of adrenaline for me.
Yeah, a little bit of nervousness is good.
Yeah.
Right before you go on, yeah, you get that jittery feeling. But then you go on stage and it's all good. And you just kind of forget about it and let it go and then dance.
And just do what you're passionate about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Gosh, they're so amazing. Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow, thank you guys so much for coming on the show and showing us what you can do. Really, you were wonderful. I was so impressed with you guys.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, great to have you guys. Thank you again. And now we're going to talk to our new guest. Why don't you introduce yourselves and yourself. Sorry, not selves. There are not two of you. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
All right, I'm Sonia Anderson, and I'm the Public Relations and Marketing Manager for Colorado Ballet. So I work to help promote the professional company, the academy, and our education and outreach programs as well.
Oh, cool. So tell us a little about those programs.
All right, so our education programs, we actually have a lot of programs that are available to the schools. So one of the most popular ones is actually our student matinee program. So usually the day before our productions premiere, we actually open it up for students to come in with their classes. So a lot of schools bus in, and we also allow homeschool families to come in as well and see a show actually live on the stage with a live orchestra, with the full costumes, full makeup, full sets. And we have our next student matinee tomorrow morning, so it's kind of exciting for us right now. So our next big company production opens on Friday, and so tomorrow we'll have about 1,500 students in the Elliott Calkins Opera House watching the student matinee. So we'll be done with student matinees for this current season, but next season, which is our 17-18 season, kicks off in October with Dracula, and it's based on the book, and there will definitely be a student matinee for that, and then we always have the Nutcracker, of course, and then in the spring we'll have Romeo and Juliet, also a great learning experience for students. So we'll be, I think they said they're taking reservations starting in March, and those tend to fill up pretty quickly for our student matinees. And we also have other great programs. We have school workshops where some of our dance instructors will actually come in and do dance workshops with schools and students. We have small performances, school assemblies where we'll actually bring in members of our studio company, and they'll do sort of excerpts from some of the classics, and and then they'll do sort of a Q&A. So it's a really great learning experience for schools.
Bring the ballet to them.
Exactly, and then we have other programs too where a lot of schools don't have a dance program, and so we'll do different dance workshops, different styles of dance. We'll actually bring it to different schools, and then we even have a residency program called Leap and Learn. It's usually for the younger kids, but we'll actually go into the schools and do work with students there, and some of those students actually go on to attend the academy eventually, which is great. So it's our education programs are fantastic. We reach about 30,000 people a year through those education programs. So we really want to get dance out into the community, and it's not just dance. It's music, it's the sets, it's the costumes. It's just kind of creating a love of art, and a natural tie-in, like I said, is with our company performances too.
Yeah. And what would you say if I had some students that were older? I mean, I noticed that our guests here started very young and are really fantastic, but if you're older and you have no experience, still something you can totally jump into?
Absolutely. I mean, we, like Erica mentioned, we actually have an adult open program that people of all ages can come and take classes, and then a lot of our education programs actually work with especially high school students too, so it's not just, 3 to 6 year olds or 3 to 9 year olds. I mean, we have a lot of these education programs that will go in, and especially the school workshops. I was actually just at a workshop a couple of weeks ago, and we brought in a visiting choreographer, and it was all high school students. It was down at South High School, and it was a big dance workshop program, and so they were learning different kinds of styles of choreography from this particular choreographer. So it's never too late to start, I think. And then just attending the ballet is just an experience in itself as well.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. It's not just maybe for students to start dancing, but students to start learning to appreciate dance and appreciate watching ballets and get into that.
Absolutely. Well, and like I mentioned, we perform a lot of our performances in the Elliott Calkins Opera House, and when they're there, we actually have a live orchestra. And there's nothing like seeing ballet with a live orchestra. So our big production, Ballet Masterworks, actually opens officially on Friday, and it runs for 2 weekends. And there's some great classical pieces of music by Tchaikovsky and Stravinsky and Mozart in those. So you're watching ballet, you're experiencing the art and the movement, but you're also hearing that wonderful live music, and there's nothing like it. And especially the Nutcracker, which we do every year, you know, that classic music by Tchaikovsky, you can't, the holidays aren't the same without it. And so, you know, you can sit there and listen to the music and just experience the ballet. And it's become a really big holiday tradition.
Very cool.
Wow, that's awesome. So do you dance? I had to ask.
I do not. No, I unfortunately don't. I actually was a musician. I was a band person for many, many, many years, even all the way through college. But I really love the ballet. I really enjoy working with the dancers and the students, and I love getting behind the scenes. That's one of the best parts of my job, is that I get to go behind the scenes and watch rehearsals and get to know the dancers, and they're so nice, they're so great, and they put so much of themselves into the ballets and the movement and the emotion that's going on stage. So
Sure.
I love my job.
Awesome.
I
That's
would
wonderful.
too. I would too, for sure. Well, whether you are interested in actually becoming a dancer or just interested in being a ballet lover or ballet connoisseur, you got a lot of information from the Colorado Ballet. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and we're going to have to say goodbye. But thank you guys so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having us.
Really appreciate it. That was really wonderful. And we're going to see you back in the studio in just a minute.